In today's video, I'm going into how it feels when you're being pulled on energetically in your body. Like, how does that feel? But then also, when you're desperately needing things from outside of you, like, again, how does that feel in your body? And how do you then go out into the world with this energy about yourself? So continuing on this series this week of this kind of desperately needing or needing validation from others or finding it outside of yourself, I wanted to actually play with the feeling of it in our body a bit today. So connecting with, like either needing it from others or others pulling at you and needing it from you. So, if you get yourself seated, you can either listen or follow along, or you can actually try it in your body and feel it in your body as well. So, what I do is I come up to the edge of my seat and I sit a little bit more upright so I can actually feel my body stacked up a bit and sitting on the sit bones and feeling that kind of grounding into the surface beneath you, or feeling it like settling into the surface. But then from this place, is there a situation or a time or a place where it's like, oh, I need other people to help me on this? Like, I need the answers from outside of me. And so start visualizing, like this time, or like, oh, I need approval from guys. I need them to tell me that I'm wanted and needed, or I don't actually know my opinion on this. Everyone else's opinion was my opinion, so it's like, oh, I'll just go along with what everyone else is, believing, and or things at work, it's like, oh, this situation, they need this thing and that thing. Well, let me go get other people's, opinions on this and techniques or ways of going about this. And I'm using this tone right now of like this kind of neediness and grasping, and start to feel that neediness. And you can even do this kind of thing with your hands of like, I need this, visualize and feel that I need this from outside of me. I need these things coming in. And as I'm saying this, like, I need this from others, I need this validation, I need this worth, it's very much a feeling of lack in myself, and I'm feeling this kind of constricted feeling of I can't breathe and kind of feeling. So it's like feeling that like I need it from outside of me because I can't get it. I'm not getting it. And it is this lack. It's a feeling of that. So as I get into this place of feeling that and being that, imagine walking around in the world like this. That it's like I'm walking around kind of going, I need this, I need this, I need this, and I'm lack. I am absolutely living in a place of I don't have it. I need it from the rest of the world. I need it, need it, need it, need it. Oh, it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable being in this place. But knowing and feeling and sensing that that is possibly how certain people are, and I definitely was at one point, was living, like I was living in this place of I don't have it. I can't have it in me. I don't know how to have it in me. So I'm seeking outside of me for it, and I'm desperately pulling it in from anywhere. And there's all these people that are like, whoa, this is no, no, I'm not having this. Again, feel that in your body. And I was really feeling this kind of like retreating a bit in my body and shrinking and getting tight and constrained in my body. I'm going to take a breath and I'm going to release that and let it go. But knowing that this kind of neediness and pulling in, it's needing it from the outside world and not trusting or believing in yourself, not trusting or believing in universe, in you can have abundance. You can have everything you want. It is there for you. You can have abundance. So, getting into this place, letting yourself open back up, I then want to play with the reverse of that, or when I say reverse, someone is needing from you, so they're pulling at you. So you can even move your arms like pulling, like they're pulling something from you. And I'm already like, I'm again, like I don't have breath. I'm, as I feel this energy of something pulling at me, it's like, whoa, whoa, like I right away want to then put up these boundaries and get my breath back. It's like, no, nope, you're pulling and pulling. And you're taking from me. You're taking from me. It's like, oh, no, no, okay, let me put up these boundaries. And let's breathe again. And again, feeling that sense of someone is needing from you and they're kind of desperately, like, I need. So you can visualize a situation there too of someone that you might know that is, needing from you. And like years ago, I had someone that was messaging me and they would message and message and message. And I would just be like, whoa, it's overwhelming how much this person needed from me. And overwhelming, like through the text messages, I just was like, wow, I am gonna take a breath, like with the text messages, take a breath, put it down for a minute. And my boundary in that case, the boundary that I put up was, I'll reply back when I have time and space. And I would even say that with the message of like, hey, I'm busy right now, I'll reply back later. And they might still be messaging and messaging, but it's like, okay, I've put up a boundary. I've actually set that energetic boundary as well as mental, like, I can't do this. So, again, feeling that in your body when they're taking and pulling from you, I'm feeling in myself that I want to ground myself into the earth, like feel the seat below me and the ground under my feet, but then also breathe. And even do this gesture of like, okay, I'm putting up a boundary. And again, I'm kind of like feeling a sigh of relief when I do that. Like, I have space again. I have space when they're pulling at me. Okay, here's my boundary. And I'm not even aware of what that boundary is. I am just setting it around myself. So that technique you could possibly play with in yourself, like see what your body starts to do. If you're feeling this energy pulling at you, what does your body want to start doing? Does it want to actually put up this boundary that you're thinking of? Do you want to get grounded? Do you want to breathe? Like, what is your body wanting to do for you? And if I go back to this person that you possibly are the one lacking and needing and needing and needing from the world, as you're pulling at things outside of you and you're like, I don't have this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. How can you get into your body and into your knowing that you don't need it from outside of you? It's like, how can you start to go, I actually don't need it out here. I need it in here. And can your body start to give you the abundance rather than, you feeling this lack and needing it from everywhere else, and you're not going to get the abundance from everywhere else. You need to find it within. So how can you step into this place in yourself and feel that? Like, what do you need? Like, when I'm pulling at this, feeling this need and lack, and I'm kind of retreating back and I'm, not able to breathe, it's like, well, what I want is to breathe. So feeling the breath in myself, and I want to open up my chest, and I want to, again, get settled in myself and like centered in myself. So feeling that feeling of being centered and breathing. It's almost like I feel what I'm doing is with this neediness, I'm like at I need this, I need this, I need this, like a jittery kind of thing. And I'm actually calming my nervousness, and coming into this place of calming myself. But then it's like, how can I get into a place of knowing in myself, that worth in myself? So play around with it. Play around with some techniques or things. Notice what your body's doing. And over on my Patreon page, we play with different things like this as well. And we really get connected to your body and getting to know who you are and the techniques that actually work for you, like things that actually do work. And we use guided meditations and other things throughout the week to help you become aware and just start to get connected to yourself and get connected and not having to seek outside of yourself for everything. So take a look. The link to the Patreon is in the dialog box below. But yes, have a play with this feeling, using the imagery of situations. And like I said, this kind of moving, if you need to, of like I'm pulling in or they're pulling out, and see how your body is reacting to it. You know, again, like the one example of like feeling the people pulling from me, I was right away like, oh, no, I need a boundary. Like they're taking too much from me. I'm needing that breath, you know? And so it's like seeing what your body's doing and then seeing that, oh, that actually is me needing to set up a boundary and me needing to become aware in myself and getting more connected with myself. So I'd be curious to hear how these things felt in your body. Do share in the comments below. And if you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.